As a TTC mom, there are so many restrictions as to your nutrition, what to eat and what not to eat, what to avoid and what to consume. In this video, I'll be teaching you one of my favorite jollof rice recipes, healthy favorite jollof rice recipe. Yes, so I'm going to teach you how I make this recipe, okay? So you want to start with using your basmati rice. I'm going to be listing the health benefits of your basmati rice and every other ingredient that I used. For my oil, I use a blend of olive oil and sunflower oil. Then I use some veggies, carrots and green peas. I also used pepper. I used garlic and ginger paste. I also use fresh fish, and I also use onion and fresh tomatoes. Okay, I use some salt, and then let's get right into the cooking of this food immediately. So guys, these ingredients were carefully selected and are very healthy. So you want to start by cooking your fish till it is well cooked. Okay, so for this fish I seasoned it up with some onion, fresh pepper. I also added my seasoning cubes and my other condiments, okay, which is curry and thyme. So guys, like I said, all the ingredients I used to make this jollof rice were carefully selected to give you the best nutrients that you need as a TTC mom, starting from the rice of choice. Okay, so I chose basmati rice instead of white rice. Like you all know, if you've been following rules for a TTC mom, nutrition and all that, you would know that white rice is a no-no for your health. Okay, white rice is a no-no for your health. So instead of white rice, you would consider basmati rice, brown rice, or any other rice that is low in sugar content and high in fiber. Okay, so that is what I have done in this video. So as you can see, my fish is ready and I'm going to proceed to making the jollof base. And first things first, I added my tomato, fresh tomato. So for this video I'll be using a combination of fresh tomato and sachet tomatoes, okay, for extra flavors. So you want to pour in your fresh tomatoes and allow it to cook for a while until it has released and dried up its water. Then I'm going to proceed to add in my oil. Guys, I cannot overemphasize the use of good oil as a TTC mom. Okay, so first things I want to tell you is that you have to like reduce your oil intake. Okay, reduce your oil intake. And secondly, you have to use good oil, and while at that you want to use very little oil. I will be making a video on the types of oil that you can use that are TTC friendly. So you want to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button, because this is what this channel is all about. I'm going to be bringing you healthy nutrition to use as a TTC mom. Okay, so after adding in my oil, I added in the sachet tomatoes, and then I just mix this up and allow it to cook until the oil floats on the top, like you're seeing in this video. Then I proceeded to add my onion, fresh fresh pepper, my garlic and ginger paste into the already existing mixture or jollof base, and I'm going to mix this up, okay, and allow it to also simmer and cook for a while. Okay, so secondly, I used oil, a blend of olive oil and sunflower oil, which is very healthy. And like I said, I will be making another video on the types of oil that are TTC friendly, so keep updated to this channel, keep glued to this channel, because I'll be bringing you healthy um food, healthy recipes that you can cook up together as a TTC mom, because sometimes your nutrition can get tiring and you don't even know what to mix and what not to mix, okay, to get expected results. But in this channel I'll be showing you how to make varieties of food as a TTC mom, healthy foods, okay, emphasis on healthy foods. So I just poured in my fish stock and I mix this together. And I also want to note that this jollof base right here, I'll be using it for 2 batch of rice, and for this batch I am using 3 cups of rice. Okay, I'm using 3 cups of rice, so you can do more or less, but for this exact batch of jollof base I would use it for 2 different batch. Okay, so when it's completely done I will take out some parts from it. Then also fresh tomatoes that I use for this recipe, we all know that fresh tomatoes is a good source of vitamins and minerals, so you want to eat a lot of that as a TTC mom. Then you also want to eat a lot of onion, like I see I used onion in this video. So just what I showed you now is the other half of this jollof base I scooped out and will be using for later. And right about now I will be introducing my basmati rice into this jollof base. So guys, for this basmati rice, it has not been parboiled per se. I actually washed it with hot water, like boiling water. I washed it very well with boiling water, and then I soaked it. Okay, I soaked it for a few minutes and then I washed it again, and it is ready for use. That is how I often make my basmati rice, and it comes out really well, really yummy. Okay, so you can try this for a twist. If you've not been cooking your basmati jollof this way, you can try this for a twist, and it will really come out so well. So you're going to mix your rice with your jollof base, and keep stirring and until everything is well incorporated and combined. So another ingredient worthy of note in this video is my fish. Yes, like we all know, even if you don't know now, you know that fish is very high in omega-3 fatty acid, and you want to take a lot of fish, less of red meat, and you can also do poultry as a TTC mom. So if I wasn't using fish in this video, I would actually use poultry products. Okay, so you want to in fact do away with your red meat completely. Yeah, you want to do away with your red meat completely as a TTC mom. Okay, next up I added carrots and green peas to my ingredients, and that is because of the health benefits of carrots and green peas. So you can see that this rice has been properly mixed, and that was the consistency I am looking for. And I'm going to add in my water, like my fish stock, and then I'll go in with the water till it covers the rice. But actually, if you want a measurement for this, the accurate measurement for cooking basmati rice is 2 cups of water to 1 cup of basmati rice. Okay, 2 cups of water to 1 cup of basmati rice. So that is the accurate water measurement. But because I've been doing this for a while, I know the actual measurement of water I can use to cook a batch of basmati rice per time. Okay, so I can eyeball it and still get the result I am looking at, or I am looking for. Next, you want to add in the water like I already mentioned, and you want to stir this very well, just to make sure that everything is properly combined. At this point you can also taste for your ingredients, just to know if there is something you need to adjust, and if there is, please feel free to adjust your ingredients to taste. Okay, so I won't be leaving the measurement for your salt, seasoning cube and all whatnot. Just season to taste and you would be right there. Okay, so you can see I'm still stirring this just to make sure that everything is properly combined, because you don't want your jollof base to be beneath the pot, and your ingredients scattered here and there. So you want to combine everything until it is properly combined and incorporated to your rice. Okay, now if you're asking the reason why I first stir fried the rice into the jollof base before I added water, that is so that I can get the ingredients to infuse into the rice before I add in water. Okay, so that helps to build flavors for your jollof rice. Basmati rice is kind of blank. It's not really sweet, okay? So you want to infuse the flavors of your rice into the flavors of your jollof base into your basmati rice. So I hope I cleared the air for that process. And next, before your rice gets properly dried up and done, you want to open up your pot and flip, just like I am doing in this video, like scoop from the base to the top, from the base to the top. And this is just to make sure that you've gotten everything on top, beneath, and what is beneath on top, so that your rice won't cook halfway through. Okay, so you won't get some grains that are not properly cooked. Then just when the rice is about to dry up, like when you just have little water left, you want to pour in your veggies. And then if you want to be extra just like me, you can throw in your fish into the rice, just to infuse that smokiness of your jollof rice into your fish. But if you don't want this, you can skip it by all means. You just don't introduce your fish, pour in your veggies and close up your pot, okay? But I wanted to infuse like the smoke of the jollof rice into my fish, and that is why I am adding this fish right here, okay? But by all means, you can skip this process. It's completely unnecessary, okay? So it's just me being extra. So at this point, the water in the rice has completely dried up, and just before I mix this up, I would take out the fish. So you can see that smoke coming out. That is what I wanted to infuse into my fish, okay? So you can now take off your fish. The work is done here, and you can now mix this there to combine, okay? So here you have your rice. It's very much ready at this point. So if you have any questions, do drop it in the comment section. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please subscribe to this channel right now, because I will be bringing lots and lots of healthy options, and I'll be teaching you how to eat healthy as a TTC mom. You don't have to eat everything you see, and you don't have to starve yourself. TTC is a journey, and you have to enjoy your journey, okay? You don't want to just fold your arms and keep asking God when, God why, God me. So in as much as we are praying, and we'll keep praying for you, you have to enjoy the TTC journey, and soon you will be a mother of nations. You will carry your children, and I want you to know that I am rooting for you. I love you, and you would be a mother soon. So what do you think about this recipe? Drop it in the comment section, and I hope to see more of you often in this channel. Okay, bye.